I'm gonna keep this as short and sweet as humanly possible, which is kind of hard to do sometimes because I tend to rant a little bit, and if I end up ranting a bit, I apologize. On the 18th of August, it was found out that the verdict for the Vic Mignogna appeal of the Vic Mignogna allegations, the court case between Monica Rial, Ron Toye III, Jimmy Markey, and Funimation, when Funimation was an alive company. And that verdict came into where he had lost the appeal, meaning that he was going to have to pay even more money to at least Monica and Ron, because they were the most affected by the court case in general. Which is really fair in comparison. We've learned a lot of stuff that was coming out of the case because a lot of stuff got unsealed. I was about to say removed for whatever reason. A lot of documents got unsealed, and one of those documents did confirm two interesting things that was not said in the early 2000s. There's actually 2 investigations in the early 2000s about Vic Mignogna. One by ADV Films and the other Sentai Filmworks. To the point where with Sentai Filmworks, they banned Vic from the premise. From my understanding from this legal document. Which is very interesting because even in early 2000s, that news would have spread in the early internet, but it didn't. Which is very interesting to say the very least. We were just going off of rumors about what fans were saying at the time on public forums and whatnot. So that's very interesting to me. And there's even investigations, early investigations done by conventions as well. One thing I also forgot to mention. And that's actually kind of wild. That there was investigations done to Vic. But there's been no arrests about Vic. Which is absurd that there's been no arrests done to him. Which kind of makes you wonder, did Vic Mignogna at the time have this same weird protections as Ezra Miller has in current day? It's hard to say. On the 18th, there was also a live stream done by Nick Ricada, and one particular Twitter user was there. I'm not sure if they're on the I Stand With Vic side or on the kickvic side, or just a neutral party, but was tweeting a lot of things. And there was one thing that's very interesting is that Nick Ricada had apparently said that he thinks that the public figure law and how that works is trash, when that was one of the whole basis of the argument, as is saying that Vic shouldn't have been fired the way he was because there was contracts in place and that he's a public figure, especially when it came to the information that was coming towards him at the time and even in the early internet days. That was the main basis of this argument. And you get what you want. You and Vic get what you want, but at the cost of the court case being lost. This is the... And there's other stuff that's been said, which I'll show you. There's a lot of very brief stuff that you'll see here about some of the weirdness that the I Stand With Vic side just does. Like, a lot. And it comes to show that when it came to this argument, especially online-wise, both sides did a lot of wrong. A lot of the kickvic people and a lot of the I stand with Vic people. There was a lot of things that both sides should not have done. And I admit, yeah, both sides had their asshole moments. I, as a content creator, had a lot of asshole moments when I was reporting on this when I had my Kaiba's Comics World channel that I deleted. I said a lot of stupid shit. And if you were following me at the time and you thought that I went out of line and unsubscribed because of it, I don't blame you. I would unsubscribe from me as well. But this is one of the things that I am willing to admit on. I fucked up. I fucked up a lot during those 2019-2020. And I am willing to, if you allow me, regain a lot of trust back. I am willing to admit I made a lot of mistakes. Unlike certain I stand with Dick people who just refuse to continue to acknowledge that Dick lost. Despite Kotaku making an article on the 19th and Anime News Network making an article about it today on the 20th. And there is one more thing that did come up that was not being talked about, at least with the I stand with Vic side when it came to the court case. Kara Edwards was actually one of the witnesses in the court case, and it was said that she was a victim of Vic Mignogna. The same way that Jamie Markey and Monica Rial was. And if you're not sure who Kara Edwards is, she's the voice actress for Goten and Videl in Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. And I believe also Dragon Ball Z Kai. There's a lot of stuff Vic did behind the scenes that he got away with for far too long. And it's disgusting he got away with a lot of things. This is definitely one of those things on the internet. Yes, both the I stand with Vic side and the kickvic side said a lot of stupid shit. Done a lot of stupid shit. A lot of people talking about the situation online, myself included, had said a lot of dumb, stupid shit. But this is something that we all need to learn to admit our wrongs and grow from this experience. This situation harmed the anime community in a lot of ways. And we are going to be in a time of healing. A long time. So, let's start this journey of healing. And whenever something like this happens again in the future, let's learn from the Vic Mignogna allegations. And instead of attacking each other the way both sides did, let's learn to actually talk about the situation and not let our emotions get the better of us. At least try to, anyway. This has been your host, Shadow. The Seto's World. Almost said Shadow's World. I will see you all next time in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.